Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
A little closer to home, we're dealing with wildfire smoke and some increased cloud cover in the northern portion of the state. Live view from Logan on your Tuesday. Gosh, we're hazy, smoke-filled skies along the Wasatch Front, and that cloud cover brought to you by a weak cold front that's making its way through northern Utah. As we take a look, and you can see on the satellite here two different systems. We've got an area of low pressure that's going to be to the north, and then high pressure to our south. When we talk about those conditions, we know that the potential for those wet weather storms will stay out of the Beehive State. There's that low. That trough is going to track east. That high is going to move closer to the Beehive State. Southwesterly flow for both central and southern Utah. Here comes that front, and that's going to change the winds, a more northerly component. And you're going, why does that matter to me, Alana? And I'm going to tell you, it's because of wildfire smoke. I'll show you what I mean. Live view from St. George, where we've hit 100 degrees again today, but I've been saying that for the last 41 days. Yes, that's record potential. 80s and 90s along the Wasatch Front right now, 98 in Moab, low 90s for the I-15 corridor. 41 days of 100-degree temperatures or above. That puts us in our third spot for the longest stretch of consecutive days at or above 100 in St. George. Well, guess what? Spot number 2, we have an eye on you because triple digits aren't going anywhere. We could take this all-time record by the end of the summer. Speaking of records, second hottest summer on record for St. George thus far. We're talking meteorological summer, which is June, July, and August, and we have a lot of time left. Got to throw Salt Lake into the mix, and we're at the 5th hottest. Now, this is all based on average temperature. That's what you're seeing here on the graph, but we could move up. We're very close to spot 3 and 4. And a lot of summer is left. Today, slightly below average, which I'll take any day of the week. 90s to 80s to 70s by ABC4 News at 10. We've got smoke out there. I don't have to be the one to tell you. You see it. This shot from the Great Salt Lake Causeway. Thank you, Brian. As we take a look at our Futurecast smoke model, we've been seeing southwest flow from 2 major wildfires, bringing in thicker plumes. But here's where the cold front comes into play. Watch into tonight as we drag thicker plumes upstream of us, so from Idaho into northern Utah and the central portion of the state. So we can't win because wind direction's still bringing in thick plumes regardless. Air quality impacted with unhealthy air ahead in orange, moderate air expected for tomorrow in northern and eastern Utah. There are those 2 systems. Let's put this into motion, and you see that low getting out of here. Here comes the high towards the 4 corners as we head to the midweek. That high is going to take over. A little more cloud cover by Thursday morning in the south, an introduction of moisture. The heat brings triple digits with this dome of heat, which we're very used to at this point. As it slides east, that southerly flow brings in the chance of thunderstorms, primarily for southern Utah, but the model wants to bring some of that further north. We'll see what happens. We need the moisture. Looking back in Salt Lake this month, very, very meager when it comes to measurable moisture, not even a 1/10. As we look at the next several days, we get into August and we only have a slight chance. So we're wrapping the month hot and dry with 18 triple-digit days so far and more on the way. Looking at those numbers for tomorrow, you're going to notice those 80s and 90s, 106 in St. George, 103 in Moab. St. George 7-day brings that monsoon moisture back into the picture with the chance of those storms. Here's the Wasatch Front, where we also have the potential of storms, even though it's just a slight chance, and a slew of triple-digit days. The heat is still on. Was anyone asking?
Well, we're not
we didn't
anymore.
want that answer.
We wish we hadn't.
We already know the answer. Right?